from Rico and Pearlo's House of Exotic Hymes Picks Frolic. And Hymes Body Lube, it's the best there. I said Davis is giving me shit for not promoting that. Spring Tequila Sunrise. I'm telling you, people should be buying this. I don't know why people aren't buying the Tequila Sunrise. It's one of our lowest sellers. It's one of my faves. I would really check it out. Go to the Costco, ask them for their lube section, wherever that is in your Costco, and grab yourself a vat. Grab yourself a vat. Bring the U-Haul down there. Maybe grab two. I'd grab 2 or 3 a week myself. Picks today have been fantastic, actually. I think Philadelphia is going to come back in this game. This game is down 2-1 right now. They're down 2-1. Pittsburgh does not look good. Again, they look like they're running out of legs in a big, bad way. Hey, Real Deal Primer, how you doing? Sorry about yesterday. It turns out I had allergies or something. I wasn't feeling good yesterday, so I kind of pooched out early yesterday. But today I'm going to be, the Canes smoking. Did well for me. I had the money line. I found a team total over 3 at -135. Grabbed that. And I had Ottawa team total under. Why I didn't take him in regulation if I thought it was going to be the team total under and the over 3, but I just took a money line. 8,000 plus 8,000 futures on Hall and Stankoven to have a point in every game. Holy shit. Wow. Awesome, man. Got to go back to that well for the Colorado series. Colorado series? What are you taking for Colorado? What did I have today? This is what I sent out. Like, I have lots of bets that I have to tone it down, though, because people on Winnable, they get a little overwhelmed if I put out all my bets, I find. So I try to keep it down a little bit. This game here, I got Flyers money line for a live bet at +211 for a quarter unit. I got Michkov under 0.5 points and Tarasenko under 0.5 points. So far, Tarasenko did not have a point, and Michkov probably won. That's +135. Got a half a unit on that. Forster over 1.5 shots. I know he has 1. And Joel Eriksson Ek over 2.5 shots. I'm pretty sure Ek had over 2.5 shots. I haven't even checked that out. Let's check that out. Did he not? There was 43 shots. Is it possible Ek didn't have 2.5 shots in that game? I had Robertson over shots. He got that, no problems. Yes, Ek got it, no problems. So I just need Forster to hit his 1.5 for that parlay. And, oh, yeah, right. What does he have now? I know he has 1. Hoping he has 2. He has 1. So I need 1 more shot from Forster. They're down 1. That's looking good. I had Penguins Flyers over 1.5 second period, and Crosby over 2.5 shots parlay. I'm pretty sure Crosby's already got his shots in. Yep. And I got it. So I got it. It was over. Every game this series, they've gone over 1.5 second period, and both of them are big second period over teams. I've been doing that play every series, and it's been hitting. Yeah, it was a +150 on that one. Had a half a unit on that. Tyler Myers over 2.5 block shots, +145. Robertson over 3.5 shots, minus 150. I had a unit on each of those. Minnesota Wild money line first period pushed and full game won at half a unit. Had half a unit on that. Wallstat over saves hit no problems. 1 unit on that. Boldy over 3.5 shots. That hit. He scored the goal in overtime to get over that at plus 105. Senators team total under hit. I got a little bit. I got Flyers ML, so we'll see if that comes through. And I got Flyers team total over 3. I didn't get the over in the Minnesota Dallas game, but I got Hull and Stankoven over 1.5 shots each, plus 100 for a unit. And I'm looking for Hurricanes ML for 2 units. And I'm looking for Vladar over saves, which is a little bit, I'm not sure. Also, Tippett Point and Couturier Point. Hey, how you doing, Mark Chisholm? Thanks for coming in. I got to send this out to the land so everybody can join in on the frolic, my friends. I will be on tomorrow. You can get exotic wagers picks tomorrow. I'll be on. We're on in the mornings and we do picks there too. So those will be my official plays. If you're not exotic wagers, wagers, you can search that on YouTube. You'll find it right away, or you can just go to his Twitter and sign up at exotic wagers. I should really just put these in. I'll put them in the description. I got to remember to do that. I always forget after I do this to do that. So I'm going to be looking at the games. I'm going to be talking about the games. I'll put out some props, but like I said, my official plays will be tomorrow, but you'll get some leans. You'll get some ideas, and I get to hear what you guys are all on because you guys are awesome. So I was going to talk about a few things about the games today. I'll go over those a little bit, and a few things that I got to say about what's going to happen with some of these. Whoops. So this week I'm probably up about 20 some odd units over at Winnable. I wonder, can I don't think I can put it down. Put the link in the chat. That's what I got to do. There's a way that you can get a Q code to put up here, so you can just go over there. But I'm going to give it a shot here. It's only $50 for the rest of the playoffs. We're just crushing again. Crushing. You can go over to the Winnable and see like my most recent plays and stuff like that. I didn't get any ball picks from Swag today, but he's been crushing 6-2 in his last 8. 6-2 in his last 8, and he's up a couple of units already at ball. He just started. Let's see if it works here. Yeah, it does. There you go. You can just hit it, check it out. You can join in for the free. You got 1 month, 1 day, all those kind of things like that, and it goes to the Chaffity Fund, don't you know? Getting rid of Chaffity in all the land. Look at things have calmed down in Iran since Hernandez has been going out there in the Pearlo copter, bringing just pouring Hymes all over the place. They're not even asking. We're just pouring bats, getting chafing all through the land. All right, Pittsburgh game started up again. I need saves for Vladar. We'll see. I mean, Pittsburgh doesn't seem to get it that you have to shoot. Vladar was injured. You would have thought they would have shot a lot more than they did. Share it one more time. All right. So we're looking at the games from today, and besides this game here, but the previous ones. Ottawa, as far as I'm concerned, if they're going to compete with the Hurricanes, they got to get some speed in that lineup, man. They're too slow. Ridley Gregg is just not that he's a bad player. He's a he's a little on the overrated side, but yeah, Ridley Gregg. Yeah, he's oh shit. He had it down here. Really down here. Yeah, I think his value is a lot higher than I think he has pretty good perceived value. I'd put a package together and get maybe and get some a winger with speed on that line with Kachuk. I mean, you got to be able to have somebody that's going to get to pucks on that line. Cousins is okay, but when he's playing center, it's not really his role to be going down in there like that. And if you're not getting possession early with Kachuk and Cousins there, then you're kind of in trouble. Who's a better team? Oh, Robert, how you doing, man? Um, it's hard to say. Uh, I mean, I think the Senators can be. Um, I think Carolina will beat up on Philly too, just like they did Ottawa. So, but right now, I think Philadelphia has more speed in their lineup, and it's Ottawa's problem is they don't have enough speed in that lineup. Ridley Gregg is. I think Ridley Gregg should be. Uh, the perceived value of Ridley Gregg should be high right now. And with the first round pick, I don't know exactly who they would get. I was trying to look at it today. I think maybe Bobby McMahon would want to come back to Ontario, like have him on that line. But they got to do something to bolster that. And their D, um, if they have an injury to Zub like they did in this one, they're in trouble. So, I mean, they're going to have to look for a right D. Jensen is injured too often. I don't know if he's even going to be able to continue. That injury seems like he's continually getting injured all the time. I don't think you can rely on him at the very least. So, yeah, I better since Robert's putting it up here, out saying these things, I'll talk about it. Uh, I thought Edmonton their their depth would not be as much of a factor here, but first of all, Dickinson going down has just ruined that bottom line. I'm having arguments with Edmonton fans like crazy. It's not our depth, it's the top line. Anaheim is going out and just punishing that top line. they're playing balls out. And then when the other lines come out, they kind of usually they're a little bit drained for energy. And they're just challenging the Oilers to beat them with the rest of their lineup. And they are scoring. Their depth scores are scoring because they're draining themselves against that top line. They're just punishing the shit out of them offensively. They just go in and just like a bat out of hell and just beat the shit out of that whole line. And it's working. So when you look at Anaheim's depth offensively, they should be able to outscore those lines. Savoy on the third line with Roslovich and what's that kid's name? Yeah, a rookie kid playing top minutes against third line. The heck is his name? Szymanski. He's a rookie playing in the playoffs in a shutdown role. I mean, you know, they're complaining that they're not playing their lower lines more. Those guys have not shown that they can play against top competition. What I mean is top lines, like they're overmatched. So Knobloch is trying to keep them away, which means that McDavid's got to play against that McDavid line and Draisaitl line, but have to play against the best players of Anaheim. And when they are out there, they're dumping the puck in, and they're just Pittsburgh scored. Shit. I did not want that. Son of a bitch. Why didn't I just play the over in this game? Anyways, when they're out there, they're just beating the shit out of them. They're going full steam and hitting them all over the place and wearing them down as much as they possibly can. And that's Quenneville. He's a great coach. So it's hard to say, man. I think you got to kind of hope that they can't keep up that pace, and then Edmonton can come back here. But McDavid looked like he was. McDavid looked like he got caught. He got hit or something. Like he got hurt in the second game, and he was keeled over. Hopkins does not look good all year, to tell you the honest truth. I don't know if he's playing through an injury or what, but he hasn't looked good. And like I said, Savoy was not going to be on that top line more than two. I didn't think through this series he would even make it through this series, and now he's down on the third line. And you got Savoy, Szymanski, and Roslovich down there. Those guys can't. They're not going to shut anybody down. So now McDavid not only has to score, he has to play shutdown role too at the same time. I mean, it's just, you know, I hear commentators saying, well, he's trying to do too much. Well, he's given too much. That team they need Dickinson back in a big, bad way. Big, bad way. I can't. I wish. Pittsburgh didn't score there. Philly's going to have to go balls out now. So, yeah, I think Vegas should be able to. I mean, they outplayed Utah. It's just Utah has those one-shot shooters like Gunther when he nailed that power play goal at the top corner. Like, holy shit, man. They can make sweet plays. They got great passers. You got to be on them all over the place, or they're going to hurt you. In the second game, they just outskated them all over the ice. I'm a little concerned about both of those series, yeah. He's got nobody to pass to out there, man. Like, if the McDavid line isn't on the ice, and the way they're playing that McDavid line, they're spending so much time in the D zone. And if he's on the ice with the Draisaitl line is made up of one elite player and two third line wingers. So they've only got, and I've been going over this over and over and over again. I've said it over and over and over again. They have Hyman, Hopkins normally, but Hopkins hasn't been playing like, oh, Philly scores. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Right on. The Hopkins hasn't. They try to put him in the bottom six to do shut. I don't know what's wrong with the guy. Hyman's coming off of injury. I mean, the pressure on a defenseman like Bouchard is pretty unreal. He's a pass first player, and he's looking up the ice, and he can't see anybody to pass to. I wish I could just watch. Like I wish I wish I could just watch the game with people. And say, like, what's Bouchard going to do here? He's got nobody to pass to. You got Roslovic standing in suicide pass places all the time. I would just start passing to him and letting him just get fucking crunched over and over and over again. That guy has a hockey IQ of a gnat. It's fucking crazy. The only thing he can do is shoot. If you don't have him in the top six, he's no good. Well, thanks for telling me. Thanks for not telling me. Makes it more fun. But it's just not without Dickinson, that bottom, that depth can be overmatched. And I thought maybe not with Anaheim, but I was wrong. They got big guys. They don't have very good defensive understanding either. You should be able to beat them that way. But if you can't get out of your own zone, that don't matter. And that's what Quenneville's done. He's just said, just beat the fuck out of them. Beat the fuck out of that top line. Every chance you get, smash them, smash them, smash them. Play with incredible amounts of pace. And then if you're tired out, when the other lines come on, we can take care of them even if we're tired. It's brilliant. It's true. And they can. Except for Podkolzin and Kapanen, they've been potting a few. But even then, did Pittsburgh get a penalty? No, I thought that was a penalty. I want him to tie it up. I want Philly to tie this up and then go into lots of overtime. So I thought, like you did, I have Edmonton. I'm not going to say I don't. I do have Edmonton, but I really didn't think it was going to be this much of a problem with Anaheim. And now I'm starting to wonder. I took Anaheim to win the last game. I'm kind of hedging it right now. I'm going to probably they're going to put Jari in. That's what I'm hearing. They're going to put Jari in. Edmonton is. I already bet Anaheim team total over for a little bit just in case they put Jari in, because there's no fucking way. That's the answer you got. I mean, I think you got to keep on going with Ingram and just hope, because it's not good, man. They've got a whole bunch of cap space. Even if they do make it past this, if they don't get Dickinson back, they don't have a chance against anybody else, I don't think. Shoot, for fuck's sakes. This Pittsburgh team just doesn't understand how to shoot a puck. They just don't have a clue. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Vladar has shown he's had a little cracks in this game, and he should be shooting like a son of a bitch from everywhere. I thought they would. but they're not doing that. They're not. Come on, Forster, shoot. I need one more shot from you. So yeah, Frederick is useless. Frederick is useless. Lazar, I mean, he's a fourth liner, I guess. I mean, but what's the other? What's the other guy? Who am I missing on there? Lazar. Lazar is out now. Oh, Dickinson's back in for this next game. Holy shit, that's fortunate. Maybe they got a chance. Fuck, I didn't know Dickinson's going to be back in. That changes things considerably. Bet one of the best shutdown centers in the game. Big help. Big help. That's why Lazar's out. That pushes Szymanski down to the fourth line with Doc and Frederick. That's not great, but still, Roslovic shouldn't be down there in the bottom six. I mean, you might as well just take, I don't know. What do you got? Is Enrique injured? I don't know. I think Enrique might even have a better chance of doing something than Roslovic down in the bottom six. But I'm not the coach, I guess. So. Ottawa, yeah, they got to get some speed in that lineup. This is not fast enough against a team like Carolina. They might have been able to do something against other teams, but they're scratching him. I don't know if he's hurt or he's just. I think this is his last year. This is it for him. He should probably retire after this year. Still can't shoot. Come on, Philly, tie it up. There's a shot. There you go. Charlie knows what to do. Just throw some pucks at the net, see what happens, man. You know what drives me crazy is when you get you get teams that have chances on the PK, and they try to pick a corner, and it goes around the boards and it continues on the play. Like, throw it, try to get it underneath the goalie's arm or between his legs or something. If he saves it, then you get you get a face off and you might get possession and kill more time. It just drives me crazy. Why do you do that? Go for a deke, but keep that puck close to the goalie so he covers it up and you can get possession. That drives me crazy. Yeah, it doesn't hit the net. Five minutes and 58 seconds left. Oops. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting stuff going on in Ottawa there. Brady Tkachuk, it's just always looming over their heads until he resigns. If he resigns, if he can actually, I mean, it's going to be huge if he doesn't resign. Like, but they need a right D and they need speed. They need speed, speed, speed. I was looking at the free agents. I think McMahon's the only one that makes sense. Bobby McMahon, I don't know how much he's going to make, but I know Seattle wants to bring him back. But maybe Anders Lee on a 1 year or something like that, but he's like 35 years old. He's really good two-way player. I think he can play right or left. Most off plays left. Unfortunately, they really need a right winger, but there's not much available. There's not much available. Marcus Johansson, he's what, he's 35. Yeah, there's like a lot of old guys available. Don't really see much on the free agent market that's going to help them too much. They're probably going to have to make a trade. Yeah. Stars and Wild. I took the Wild today for a little bit. And I had Volstad over saves, which went way over. I still think the Stars win that series. What the heck was that? Pitch. Okay, come on, Philly. Let's score. Don't screw around. Let's not wait till the last second. Put it away right away. Let's go. I already said that last night. I bet Carolina, Colorado, Carolina to win the Stanley Cup at plus 950 and Colorado to win the Stanley Cup at plus 750. I think that's what it's going to be. Philadelphia is they're gamers, but they don't play the same system as Carolina, but they play a good shot suppression game. But when Carolina gets rolling, they've been doing it for too long. They have more experienced players. I think they'll overmatch them, and then I think Buffalo beats Boston, and Buffalo beats Boston. I think Tampa beats Montreal overall. I'm not as sure about that one though. One thing I forgot all about here I mentioned it earlier in the year that I thought that young players have a better chance. Young teams had a better chance this year with the condensed schedule. So then now you're seeing like Philadelphia. I think Buffalo will eventually take that series, and maybe Montreal as well. I just think Tampa Bay is a deeper team and eventually will take it over. I think Montreal is going to be an exceptionally good team for sure, but it's not complete yet. Their bottom lines. If Doc plays like he did last game, Bulldogs they're starting to play him up a little bit. He's starting to look. This is where they just got to go with those guys. But that second line of Newhook, yeah, I understand why anybody's on Montreal at plus 200. I get it. I mean, the value is certainly on it. I didn't bet Tampa. I parlayed Tampa with Colorado minus 1.5. Who else? Dallas. I have Dallas, and then I got Edmonton parlayed with that. I took Colorado minus 1.5. Colorado is my favorite one, minus 1.5. That was money. That was an easiest bet. But all right, I'll look at tomorrow's games. Start looking at tomorrow's games. Even though I'm sweating this, I need Forster for a shot. I need Philly to score here. The only way I'm getting Vladar over saves is if Philly scores too. So Sabres versus Bruins. This is 2 p.m. Eastern time, day game in Boston. This is a tough one. Boston's going to drain the tank here. They can't go down 3-1. They know that. But I honestly think that if you watch this Boston series again, they're overmatched in their depth wise. Man, they just the Sabres have a very deep team, and if they get their speed going, the Bruins have a difficult time keeping up. I'd go back to Swayman over saves. I mean, what is it? I don't know why I haven't bet that already. Just go back to it. Did he miss by the hook last time though? Or did we hit it? Swayman, 25.5. Yeah. I would actually look at Lion over 23.5 too. How much should Boston be? How much would how many were? I think Boston over 20 or Lion over 23.5. Because Boston will be draining the fucking tank here, and they will be shooting a ton. Well, they only got 25 in their last game, 25 shots. Yeah, that's right. We just got Swayman on the hook that last game. And Boston hasn't had more than 27 shots in this series, so what's the price on this? Oh, what am I doing? Minus 112 to -1. It's basically a pick 'em. Kind of could see a draw here, but like I said, I'm leaning Buffalo to win every game out here. They got some confidence from the last game. No, did you? I didn't. I mean, it's not over yet. Philadelphia is a young team. It's the odds of them coming back to win are pretty slim. But I had Philadelphia in this. 3 minutes left. Philadelphia doesn't look like they have that intensity in this game. I lean Buffalo here, but I don't know if I want to bet it. I don't know. Tage Thompson over shots. That seems to be the common theme here. I'm kind of a little worried about that over saves. I wonder. I think this is a live betting game. If Buffalo's looking tentative, then you might want to wait because they're a young team. They could be a little tentative. Tage didn't get over his shots last game. Jack Quinn's been going over quite a bit. And don't bet Sabres over block shots because they don't block a lot of shots. They don't have to. They play a heavy possession game, and that's the reason why I just think Boston's just gonna overall. If you keep possession away from Boston, you have a good chance of winning. Yeah, Hurdle hasn't been playing well. Low key, I mean, I don't really see that Hurdle does a lot in the playoffs in general. Um, what's his contract like? I wouldn't doubt that they maybe look to trade him, but he probably has a no movement clause. But the problem is that if I don't know if Cowboy Carlson doesn't come back, they're going to have to get a center in return. And what are you going to get back for a guy that's been kind of struggling? He's got a decent contract. Yeah, he's got a full no the next 2 years. For oh, wait a second, no, years 4 to 6. Oh, jeez, he's only got a 3-team trade list, so they'd have to. Yeah, they're not too bad, but Korchak and Lazone has actually gotten a little better as of this year. As he's getting older, he's a little better, but I mean, he's just a 5'6" guy. He's not. And Korchak, I think he's pretty. I think you have a point there with Korchak for sure. Actually, yeah, depth, but against low competition, he's not terrible, man. They're not going to move the puck for you or anything. Low zone, yeah, they're not bad. I don't. I think that's the least of their problems. To tell you the honest truth, I think their main problem is. Uh, I think they just got to change. They got to give Tortorella some time to work with that team. It's funky. It's a funky team. I can't really put my finger on it to tell you the honest truth. It's they just sometimes don't seem like they're playing with enough intensity, and I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Come on, Philly. Ah, empty net. No, she's over. It's over. It's going to game 5 in Philly. Shitty. Shitty, shitty, shitty. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. Dorothea, yeah, has been invisible out there. Absolutely. It's like, I just find that the team has their intensity is when it's time to like really bring the intensity, they don't seem to do it. They pass around too much too. It's been better since Tortorella took over, but when Cassidy was there, they they play with the puck too much. And I don't know, I think Stone's injured too, and I think a lot of Vegas is what Vegas is a lot to do with what Stone is and how Stone's doing. But anyways, I'm leaning Buffalo here. I'm gonna keep on going with them. If yeah, like I could see Boston first goal first period because that's like they're desperate in the first period. That arena's going to be rocking. I could see that. I think has this been a lot of over first periods? Over second period, I wonder. Yeah, over second period, under first period, every single game. Yeah, every single game. No, the second period was third period in the first game. Oh, that's right. When Buffalo woke up and won the game. But second period over seems like a pretty good look in this game. Yeah, I took Colorado in regulation and that already. I think they'll bring like they haven't even tried, man. You watching that game? Colorado's not even initiating contact. In the D zone, they're just using their stick to strip the puck and get it down. Now that it's the I wonder I'm not doing anything really much. I took them in reg for a little bit, but I'm not putting much on it. I'll probably do it live. I want to see if Colorado is still going to just play with this team and just because they know they can turn it on at any moment. At any moment, Colorado can turn on the Jets and win. They look at when LA went down up 2-1 in the third there. All of a sudden, Colorado said, "Okay, well, let's go score," and they did. It's like they're they're that good. McKinnon's not even shooting. They're hardly using they're trying they're getting the top lines aren't even playing with all that much intensity. They know they're so confident they know they can beat LA, and it's a long. I mean, the playoffs are a marathon or is a tough stretch. So if you can kind of play with your food with the team for the first round, you got a huge advantage. Like that Minnesota Dallas game, look, they're going into overtime every single game pretty much, and they're just beating the shit out of each other. Whoever comes out of that's got to play a Colorado team that basically gave LA only as much as they needed to, and then get 3 days off or whatever many days off before they play another game. I mean, Colorado's going to have a huge advantage against either one of those teams, and I think Dallas will be that team. And then you'll see the intensity wrap up for Colorado. So, like, I think Colorado takes her to the finals here. I'm not concerned about the way they're playing right now. I'm not concerned about it. I'm positive that they know they have several more series. Unfortunately, even though they've been trying to kind of play not to get injured, they did get injured. Now, I don't know. Manson apparently is injured. I don't know how bad it is. I mean, it's possible that they're just like, hey, just whatever it is, just get ready for the next series. Because you got Kulak there, Malinsky, Blankenberg. Blankenberg comes in. He's not a bad little player, actually. He's small, but he's very good with the stick, and he's a smart player. But I haven't heard how long he might be out or whatever. I don't know. And they're not going to tell you in the playoffs how bad he is off. Yeah, it's just a question of whether they want to like bring it this game and put it away. At least early, anyways. Like you think that they might just say, okay, well, let's put this one away. Maybe. That's what 4:30 Eastern time. It's hard to even take props in that game. Where's shots? I'm just checking Boston for shots. Pasternak, yeah, I mean, he had tons last game. Arvidsson probably is good. No, yeah, he's had 4 or 5. He's had 11 shots in his the last 3 games against Buffalo. Uh, but you look down here, they're not getting the shot volume they need. And I think that's just mostly because they're overmatched. They're just overmatched. As long as Lyon holds his form, I think Buffalo could win this straight out. Might even put. I should actually bet that Buffalo to win in 5. I wonder what that is. As long as they're not nervous at home, they got the nerves out at home. Playoffs. Let's see. Series winner. You can't take. Oh yeah, Boston series spread. To take Boston -1.5 right now, it's -122. Or Buffalo, I mean. Buffalo, that'd be -2.5. Correct. Series correct score. +230 for 4-1, 450. So you take the -2.5 at 450. I might do that. So, anyways, I think Buffalo wins this game. I think you're getting a good price on Buffalo here. I know it's a desperation spot. I don't love it because Boston is going to drain the tank here. There's no doubt about that. You can't go back to Buffalo down 3-1. Big trouble. Big trouble. So maybe first period spot. Maybe wait in game and see if Boston can score in the first period if you want. But I'm going to put a little bit on Buffalo here, and then if Boston does score in the first period, I'm going to take Buffalo again. So, as far as Colorado, like I said, I already bet them in regulation. They just seem to be able to have their will with LA. And of course, LA, it's hard to win a series, a sweep like that. There's only been there was no sweeps at all in last year's playoffs. And I heard a stat where there's only been 4 sweeps in the last 10 years or something like that. So it's kind of hard to bet a sweep, but I can't take LA. Especially at this price. There's no way I'm taking LA at this price. I need a way better price than this. Plus 142. No, minus 170. You can get better prices than that. Oh, did I even? I don't even know if I put. That's right. I didn't give that out to people yet. Gotta put that in. It's hard to take props besides block shots. I think Clark is going over. It's just maybe McKinnon says, "Okay, let's play here," and he gets over his shots. Maybe Colorado just comes out like such a live betting game. If Colorado comes out balls out, just start betting Colorado fucking everything. First period puck line, second period puck line, third period puck line might be a good play. Because if LA is up for some reason or it's tied, I'm pretty sure they're going to want to get rid of it in the third period. And I think they can just pick their time when they want to do it here. Plus 100 for in regulation is just too good, man. Too good. McCarr blocks, you say? Has he been blocking a lot? I haven't even looked at their blocks. Oh, he had 6 the last game. But if Colorado comes balls out here, I don't think McCarr's going to have to block a lot of shots. Look at, he only got, okay, he had 6 last game, but Kulak only had 3, and he's on the first PK. Like, really not a lot of block shots going on here. Considering LA is playing, I guess the first game in LA, or sorry, at home, Malinsky bought a lot. McCarr went over 2.5. I want to take Forsberg over saves, but I mean, I'm a little gun shy after the last game. Colorado's still going to just kind of do enough to win and might not hit. Trevor Moore over shots, didn't get it last game, but he's been going over. Quinn Byfield's been going over. Jeez. And Laferriere over every game, big time. Wonder what his is at. Blocks. Yeah, Brant Clark has been going way over. Might be sore. Yeah, I don't know if he's sore, but like I said, they've been kind of just not putting it all out there. And if Colorado does go all out here, I'm just afraid that they'll be up 3-0 in the first, and they'll just shut it down. I don't know if LA will have all those blocks. It really depends. I'm just watching the way Colorado is playing. I want to know if are they so confident that they're like we can win this fourth game like that too, not hitting anyone or anything like that. Like if Manson is still going to be out, I could see why maybe he gets his blocks. I mean, Kulak's going to be used a lot more. You might want to look for him over blocks. He's a first penalty killer. You know, McCarr could get like 3 points tomorrow if he, like I said, it all depends on if they decide to say, all right, let's put it away. We don't want to go back home and play another one. I would think that's what they're going to do. I mean, that's why I'm taking them in regulation at first. But I might live bet their team total over if I see them like first 3 minutes. If Colorado's playing, if they haven't already scored already, just take their team total over if they're playing hard right off the get go. They're starting to hit guys. Like they're dumping it in. They're just taking their sticks and trying to take it off the puck in LA. Like they're not grinding at all, which I understand. I mean, if you got to be some kind of a team though to be able to do that. All right, I'm going to go to the next game. Yeah, I would look at Kulak over blocks if you're going to look at anybody because he's taking Manson's spot. And now the Lightning Canadians, and I'm going to take the Lightning, depending on the price here. The Canadians are not getting respect, and that's the tough part. They're up 2-1. But Tampa's got to be playing balls out in this game. Dialed in. And I don't think they're going to be, I mean, they're a veteran team, so I don't think they're going to be like overly anxious or anything like that. They're going to play composed. Uh, oh, yeah, there's still two more. There's the Edmonton Anaheim game. I forgot about that. OT, might as well take it in OT. Everyone's gone. Might as well take the draw. Everyone has gone to a draw. Um, yeah, I'll just take the draw. It's really I want to give Montreal respect here. I know last time I had Vasilevsky over saves. Maybe I go back to it again, but I think it's gonna be a little tougher to do it back to back here. I let Tampa Bay play pretty well. They they're doing a good job shutting down that top line, but draw is good. Yeah, I think I'd just go with the draw. Yeah, Tampa's a really good road team, and I don't think they're bothered by that Bell Center stuff too much. They've been around long enough. Um, but they know that they can't go down 3-1 here. They can't go down 3-1. I think this is gonna be a tight game. I would take the under. What's the total? I think this is gonna be a really tight game. If you're gonna take any overs, I would take them in the first period. Minus 130, no goals first 5, under 6.5. Yeah, I think that's my favorite bet here. Tampa Bay, when they play tough, they're hard to score on. Very hard to score on. They're a great shot suppression team. And I think they're going to be doing that in this game. It's going to be pretty tough I like the under more than anything here. Under in the draw. Give me the under in the draw. I don't know. I don't really pay much attention to regular season statistics. I mean, if you do look at it, it depends on when you want to. If you're going to look at regular season stuff, you got to look at the spots that they played in. Did Montreal play Tampa Bay late in the season? Head to head. Well, they play like April 9th? Like that game doesn't matter. April 9th. Tampa's not worried about those games. Tampa won early, and then Montreal won March 31st. Like late March, early April, I don't really put too much stock in those games. February, December, Tampa won 3 in a row, and then Montreal won 2 in a row. They've won 4 of the last 5, but all of them have been in OT. But I think it's like 3-2 or something like that. Since you're asking, but I think Tampa has they played 5 times. January 21st. Did they play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times? So it's like 3-3 in the regular season, kind of split. But I'm going to take the draw. I'd like to take Dobish over saves, but Tampa Bay is such a low shot volume team. It bugs me. Low shot volume teams bug me. Cooper doesn't like to waste possession. That's the problem. But I think against Montreal, you got a bigger lineup. You got like Hagel, Sorelli and are they going to switch that? Did he ever switch that up? No, he kept it together, right? You got a lineup like that. I mean, you should be shooting more. You can gain possession quite a bit on that line. Slight lean to Tampa Bay, draw and under, I think is what I got here. Like they're shutting down Caulfield. Did Caulfield even get over his shots last game? Even though, yeah, won in overtime, but they won it right away. Yeah, he only had one shot on goal. I mean, Slafkovsky, one shot on goal that last game. You're keeping these guys down here in this. Matheson over 1.5 shots, maybe. There's nothing that stands out, though. I think Hegel is always good. Hegel has actually kind of dropped off. Montreal did keep the Tampa Bay off the shot, so too. So I think this is going to be one there where Tampa Bay drains it. Point played one of his best games, yeah, for sure. But prop wise is pretty tough for this series. All right, we'll go to the last game. I should. I mean, bet the over 7. Oilers Ducks. I bet Ducks team total over. I hear rumors that Jari's going to be in net. Jari's going to be in net. That's all I need to hear. I can't take Edmonton with Jari in net. By morning, by tomorrow, maybe I'll have money on Anaheim again. I had them on last time. Probably should take Anaheim to win the series. It looks like Quinville has done a hell of a job just beating the shit out of that top line with the big players that they have. They're just going in and playing heavy on the stick, burning themselves out against that top line. And then with the lower lines, they do the best they got. They're not hard to beat. The lower lines aren't hard to beat. That second line, if you're draining yourself against the top line, they're going to get their points because they got some speed. Both Pod and Kapanen can get in behind there, and Dre's awesome, of course. So they're going to get their points, but are they going to ruin you? No, they're not going to ruin you. And the third and fourth lines, they got to do fuck all, nothing. They're overmatched against any top competition. So Yeah, I said that when they did it. And the thing is, Leo Carlson's the best player from his draft class, says Robert, NHL, uh, says Robert. But, and I didn't say that from, I can't remember who was above him, but I was all over. He was second pick, right? And I did like him over Fantilli when they drafted him. But he's supposed to have more of a defensive game than he showed. But hey, he's young. He'll probably figure it out. Like, yeah, give these guys time. He's a beast, though. He's a beast. Uh, it doesn't. It takes a while for young players to. I don't even know if Quinville will do that. Low key, Quinville was never really a defensive coach. He like they're playing right now is the way Chicago played. They had great defensive players that were smart, but he didn't put that kind of a system in really. He certainly didn't do it in Florida. Florida just played balls out offense. That was it. Like they when he was there, I remember every Florida game I would bet over, 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 over. Oh, Fantilli and Bedard were before. No, Fantilli was after. They took Carlson instead of Fantilli. Everybody was shocked that they took Carlson instead of Fantilli. Columbus took Fantilli third, and Hyde took Carlson second. Bedard, I mean, it's hard to say. Carlson's got Gauthier. He's got a lot more around him than Bedard does. Bedard's freaking. If you put Bedard with the guys that Carlson plays, maybe you change your mind, but he does pretty good considering what he's got around him, and it's not much. I mean, he doesn't have much. He doesn't have much going on around him. This Seneke, everybody made fun of. Not everybody, but most people I know made fun of him for the Seneke pick too. And look, but they got Terry and Kreider with them now. That's way better than what's Bedard playing with like Green and Barakowski or something like just he has nothing there. They got to get somebody to play on his wings. But yeah, I'm going to play the over 7. I don't know, like I never play over 7s, but I take over second period. That's been huge. Uh, I've been taking Carlson over. You take Carlson over shots and over 6.5 or over 5.5 or something like that. Carlson's going over every game, and so is Gunther. So just play those guys over shots and over 5.5. But I think every game both teams have scored in the first period. And I already bet Anaheim over 3.5 at +1 something. Like that's outrageous that it's plus money. Because as soon as it comes out that Jari's in net tomorrow, that's going to go way down. Yeah, I need him to win too, but I'm hedging I'm getting my money back by betting Anaheim. I bet Anaheim last game. And I'm probably going to bet Anaheim this game. And watch the summer that team's going to have if they lose this series. I don't know what you got. I mean, they're in a bad spot, Edmonton. If they lose this series, everybody knows they're desperate as hell. So, like, they have no leverage whatsoever in trades. Short of like getting Tuck, and I don't think Tuck's leaving Buffalo. Why would you leave Buffalo to go to Edmonton? if you're Tuck. It was his childhood team. He's played there now for a couple years. He's been there through the lean years. He's watched this team grow. He may take. I heard that Tuck was asking for 10 for 8. I think they'll settle at 9.25 for 8 or something like that for Tuck. I mean, Buffalo can't afford to have uh, Buffalo can't afford to have to lose a guy like Tuck. They've just built up they're trying to build up a reputation of players wanting to play for Buffalo so they can get free agents. And they've just changed the culture. They made a really good, Doan is there. He brings great energy to a team, and there's good energy going there. It would be really backward progress if they don't sign a guy that's basically a hometown guy like Tuck. It would be back. It would definitely be backward progress. So I think he signs there. Who else are you going to get? You got Jaden Schwartz is from Saskatchewan. He's a Western boy, but he's 35 years old. I really, really think that's what's going to happen is a guy like Jaden Schwartz. Not bad. Not bad. At least he brings some depth. I mean, he gives you you play Podkolzin on the third line. If Dickinson doesn't stay injured, that's not a bad third line pairing there. Podkolzin and Dickinson, that's really good. Then you have Schwartz takes his spot up there, but of course the goaltending issue. I don't know. I don't know. They only got so much money to go around. It's the McDavid perception. I think Vegas will probably win that game. Like, let's not forget, Vegas did dominate that game pretty much. Just Utah got. I wouldn't say they're not lucky shots. They were fantastic shots. They made some fantastic plays, and that's what's great about a team like Utah, is they can be outplayed, and that's the same as Montreal too. Montreal can be outplayed, but when you got shooters like that, they can just pick corners. You can be outplayed and still win a game. And that's what Vegas really doesn't seem to have. They many thought Fantilli would go too. Yes, they did. And I would have taken Carlson at the time too. I did a video on it before the draft. I had Carlson over Fantilli. Carlson has much more of a complete game, bigger, stronger. Fantilli's got a wicked shot if he can get it away, but I mean, he's got a lot of growth. I'm not saying Fantilli's going to be bad either. I think Carlson was going to be better sooner. Fantilli still has more growth. He's still got a high ceiling. Give him 2 more years, and you might be talking Fantilli like in a Tavares type way or something like that. It's not that I don't like the kid. It's just I like Carlson's overall game more than Fantilli's at that stage of their development. And I think in the end, Carlson will end up being the better overall player. I thought he would end up being. So far, so good. Carlson's still got a lot of work to do in some other areas, but as far as offensive play driving and stuff like that, he's freaking amazing at his age. Like, really good. And Fantilli's more of a find the spot and shoot guy. Clueless in the neutral and defense and D zone. He's not a really good 3-zone player. He's got a lot to learn there. And in this game, that's huge. If you don't have it, if you don't have guys, the more guys you have that understand 3-zone hockey, and where to be on the ice and how to play, how to not overcommit offensively, but still play offensively. Like high IQ guys like that, like Florida, for instance, Tampa Bay, teams that have won cups. The more guys you have that like that, the more chance you got to win a cup. That's why you're going to see there's a lot of teams that people are like, how come they can't do it? Well, that's because they don't have those guys. Plus 120. I would think the Knights probably still win that series, I think. But I don't know if I want to bet it. I think I put too much stock in Tortorella. I love him as a coach, but I mean, he was put in a weird situation where he's just getting there right before the playoffs start. I mean, it's tough for any coach to do to really do that. I mean, if I'm going to trust anybody, Torts would be one of those guys that I would trust. But I think Carter Hart's still. I mean, I can't like people are saying, yeah, like they're looking at his stat sheet, but so that shot from Gunther, who's stopping that, man? That was a fucking rifle in the top right. Like, okay, maybe they found that you got to go high on Carter Hart, but and maybe other goaltenders would have been sitting higher in their crease and would have stopped that. It's possible, like, but I mean, that was a dinger, dude. Just under the bar from just fucking nobody around him at all. Just smoked it. That was an amazing shot. I think you're right. They would have missed the playoffs if they didn't get rid of Cassidy. and put this up there so people can see what I'm talking about. I think you're right. I think they would have missed the playoffs if they didn't get rid of Cassidy. I'm 100%, dude. 100%. I'm sorry. Cassidy is a very intelligent guy, but this is Gen Z now, man. You can't just go out and yell at guys every day, and tell them they're a piece of shit all the time. You're not going to stand for it. And I've had this discussion with some of the older guys my age, and they're like, guys are wimps now. I don't think that's the case. I don't think it's bad to go. I don't want to be told I'm a piece of shit every day. What's wrong with that? The Gen Z people I talk to, a lot of these kids are extremely intelligent people. They're just not going to take that shit. Why do you need to be like that? You don't need to be like that. Now I get it. You should also learn how to have a thick skin too. You don't want to be offended by everything. That's a common. There is that, but it gets. You don't need to do it. You don't need what is the point of just constantly beating people down over and over and over and over again? It's not working, Cass. It did maybe when you started. You had some, like in Boston, he would be like that, but he had some Gen Xers like me. Well, close to, I guess they're borderline Gen X, Gen Z. Then Bergeron and guys like that. And they can just come and say, look, just listen to what he says, not how he says it. They can smooth things over. But even that over time, like Jake DeBrusk obviously just got fed up with the guy and he wanted to go. And I think his time has passed. Like somebody like Tortorella learned that you got to go with the times a little bit, And I don't think it's wrong. I don't think Gen Zers are wrong for that. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, I don't want to be told I'm a piece of shit every day. Thank you. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, Martin, great example, Robert. Great example. I love that comment. There's a great example. How come it's not showing? Show. There we go. Martin St. Louis. He's an older guy. Martin St. Louis is about probably the same age as me. And that's what he's done. Look at this. Montreal team believes in themselves, man. They believe in themselves. He's a freaking amazing coach. When was it Spencer Carberry won the coach of the year? And I love Spencer Carberry. Don't get me wrong. I think he's great. He deserves a Jack Adams. But I thought St. Louis should have got it the first year Montreal made the playoffs. I mean, he had a lot of really young players there that, you know, he got them motivated for games and they just out intensive, like they just out energied a lot of teams. They went in there with confidence and energy and just beat the shit out of teams. There was one road trip there that was like brutal road trip, and every game that those guys were playing with confidence and speed and heart. You know, he's brought heart to that organization again. They've got Montreal Canadiens pride there. Martin St. Louis is a great example of a guy who is right on the cusp of Gen X and baby boomer like me, that has figured it out that you don't need to beat the shit out of people to get the best out of them. In fact, it doesn't work anymore, and it shouldn't work anymore. Why would it ever have to have worked that way? Why would you ever have to do that? Now, that doesn't mean if a guy like St. Louis, if he's building you up, building belief in you over and over again, and every once in a while he can go in that room and say, "Fuck, guys, come on, guys." Like, he can, every once in a while, he can get angry and pissed off because it carries weight. Because they believe in their coach, and you've lifted them up in belief. So when you actually go and get pissed off at them for something because of the way they're playing, or maybe they're, whatever they may have done, whatever, it holds weight, and it actually, it'll soak into them a little bit, and then you lift them back up again right away. Lindy Ruff, good example. There's a guy. Look at that team. They're playing with belief. He always was said he believed in that team. He never talked shit about them. He said they're young and they're growing and they're learning and everything like that. And a guy like Cassidy can't do it, man. If he is maybe one of the most brilliant tactical minds that hockey has ever seen. But I think in order for him to truly be successful, he's got to have a lot of veterans on his team. Like, I mean, real veterans, like Felinos and shit like that can kind of smooth things over with the players. If he doesn't change his ways that way, I don't think he's going to be successful again as a coach. I really don't. And LA fans are like, "Oh, we need a Cassidy in here." Fuck. Yeah. Byfield, Kopitar is gone. I don't think Kopitar would ever stand for a guy like that. Panarin, like, they couldn't handle Gallant in New York. Like, this Cassidy is like Gallant times 10, like on steroids, man. Like JD got me onto this. Jonathan Davis, by the way, great. He's go to VSiN. He's fantastic. He's on here all the time. He's on Sirius Radio too, the NHL network. And he's the one that got me onto this because he's got a lot of insight. He's a reporter for the LA Kings, and he knows about that area. And he said that the players just fucking hated him, and he was mean, like literally mean, back like Mike Keenan back in the days mean. And there was a philosophy behind why coaches were like that. Before, it's kind of cockamamie and you wouldn't think it would work, but it did work for Mike Keenan back in the day. I just don't think it works anymore. And I don't think it should have ever worked, to tell you the honest truth. I really don't think it should have ever worked. I had coaches like that when I was playing. I had coaches like that that acted like Cassidy and stuff like that. It didn't work for me. I mean, I still played well, but I tuned them out like completely. But other guys it did work for some reason. They try to get they got angry and they played angry and they try to bring this anger out of you. So you take your anger to the coach and you take it out on the team and stuff like that. And I've seen guys it works for. They do play angry, but those guys usually also take a lot of penalties too. Remember those old Boston teams? They took a lot of penalties. And it just didn't work in Vegas. Didn't work in Vegas. I think Tortorella will work in Vegas. Whoever, Toronto, imagine bringing Cassidy in Toronto. Oh, Jesus. People are asking for Cassidy in Toronto, man. Fuck, if you can't handle Chief, you're not going to be able to handle Cassidy. No way. No way. That would be absolutely disastrous, I think, if Cassidy went there. All right. Tappy the like button, everybody. Do your Pilates. I'm going to be on tomorrow morning for my final picks. Gather that. Exotic wagers there. That'll be my final picks. You can go back here, check out my picks for today, my leans and stuff like that. And thanks for everybody for coming on. What time is it? It is, almost 11:45. Been on for an hour and a half. We'll catch you next. I'll be on tomorrow night for all the games for the next day. 10 o'clock in the morning, 10:15 to 10:30 in the morning. We'll have, Dre and I will have our official plays. And you can get all my plays that I've come up with so far. If you go back in this video, I'll try to timestamp it for you. I should have wrote it down. But thanks for coming in, everybody. Have a Hymes day. Have a Hymes day. I know I'm going to. Tap the like button and comment in the comment section. I haven't had any comments for a while. Take care, everybody. Okay, bye.